we've known for a decade. That too. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's go over this problem here. So this will be on the test. So I want to go over this with you guys. So I don't want you guys to be surprised. Like, okay, and I do want this to be the last day of new material. So this is the last bit of new material for 2024. And then we come back, we just review, and then we do final exam stuff. So here you have a car that jumps off a ramp. So here's a ramp. Okay, let's say that's a ramp, right? Here's a car. It jumps and it lands, right? And it's going to land on the ground, clearly. That's just physics. So how high is it off the ground? What do you guys think?
4.
4, good. And what tells us that?
The 4.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So what you want to do is think it's like a coordinate plane. Think as X and Y. And make a diagram. So that's clearly at 4. See how I modeled that right now? And of course, that's my vertex. I don't know what that is. I'll call it H. I don't know what that is. I'll call it K. And of course, that's an x-intercept, right? I don't know what that is either. No clue. Now let's look at the questions. What's maximum height? What's horizontal distance? How high was the car when it left the ramp? So the maximum height, of course, is the vertex. And more specifically, let me rephrase that because that's going to throw you guys off a little bit. The y coordinate of the vertex. The horizontal distance is the x-intercept. Where it leaves the ramp is the y-intercept. So that's interpretation. That's all it ever is. By the way, for those who are doing SAT sometime next year, like in March, I think some juniors might be doing that. They ask this kind of question. These are questions that will be asked. Usually in the second module, if you do well in the first module. So some people get freaked out because they don't really practice this skill, but it's not that hard if you practice it. It's actually pretty simple. So maximum height, the vertex. How do I find the vertex? You guys remember? X equals the formula for finding the vertex.
Oh, 2
over what? Okay, I'll give it to you
2A.
guys. Don't worry about it. I've given 2 before. Negative b over 2a. So you got to do negative b over 2a, which is negative 2.4 over 2 times negative 0.04. And sure. Is here.
Then negative 0.04.
Yeah, down right here. Or so I thought. Yeah, just so I don't have to. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be 30. If you work that out. But that's this right here. That's 30. How do I find the y coordinate? Now if I know the x coordinate, right? 30 comma something. How do I find that y coordinate? What would I do?
Plug it in.
Plug it back in. Yes. Thank you, John. H of 30. I'll just tell you right now, if you work out, you get 40.
What?
I'll just save you the trouble because I haven't worked out already.
How do you do it?
You plug it back into the equation.
Oh, as H is 30?
Yeah, so let me.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, speaking of which, let me let me work it out. No, because I don't want to rush this. Let me work it out. So over here, right, you plug in 30 into the function. So it's, yeah, H of 30 equals negative 0.04 30 squared plus 2.4 times 30. Sorry, my handwriting sucks here. Plus 4, that's a 30. So it should be 40 feet. And that's just calculator work. This is totally being a calculator portion of the test. So that's how high the car reaches, 40 feet. So
30, 40.
Right. But what you want to report is 40 feet because that's what the question is asking. So it's interpretation, just realizing, wait one sec, what does this want? It wants a vertex. I didn't explicitly say find me the vertex. That'd been too easy. That's why we have word problems. That's why word problems are hard, because you have to draw a connection to the algebra. If you draw the connection, then it's super easy. Of course, you know how to find the vertex. We've done it so many times. Just a little cryptic. This is how you decipher it. Just find the vertex. Does that make sense for A?
Yeah.
Okay, for part B, you want to find the horizontal distance. So that's going to be an x-intercept. Now, you will have a calculator. You could do a couple things. You could do the quad form program if you so desire. Or you could graph it. Either way is fine. I don't care. If you do graph it, here's how I would do it. Let me go back to Dropbox here. Math department. And I think after this problem, I'll stop because I'd rather have you guys practice instead of me doing two problems. Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that? How do I find 7?
It's like 35.
No, that's a question mark. That's a question mark. Sorry. Yeah, my handwriting stinks. Sorry. It's no, I'm trying to I plug it back into the equation to get 40. Yeah. So it's 40. Sorry, that was a question mark. Yeah, maybe I'll do a symbol or I don't know. My apologies. Yes.
I have a really silly question. How do you
Yes.
force the height and not 2 point?
Oh, we'll get there in a moment for part C. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so yeah, just punch it in. Negative 0.04 x squared plus 2.4x plus 4. And then here's the thing. I know where the vertex is now. So I could just like go from like 0 to maybe like 50, like 60, let's say. So kind of go halfway between. So you have to adjust the window. And we'll talk more about this when we come back from break. And I'll probably go up to 80 because it's a 40. So this way I see the trajectory more nicely.
Can't you
And
just do it on the line then?
yeah, actually, I do need to expand this a little bit. Let me expand this to say 100. And let me show some negative values for y. Yeah, there we go. And if you guys forgot, if it's second trace, option 2, move close to the x-intercept, go to the left of it, go to the right of it, hit enter, and there you go. So it's going to be at 61.63 feet or 62, yeah, 62 feet. So 61.62 feet is where it lands on the ground. So again, here's the ramp. It
You can
jumps.
either do that or
Or the platform program, if you have in your calculator. Just make sure it's accurate. But if you have the platform program, it's totally fine. That's all you have to do.
what do you think's easier?
Probably the program, because I don't have it on this calculator. But just make sure it's accurate. So you may want to double check with me. And finally for part C, that's the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is that, because if you plug in 0, so to answer your question, Alexander, how do I know it's 4? Because you plug in 0 into the equation. Because that's when you leave the ramp, right? At x equals 0. Because x is defined as the distance from the ramp. That's how it's defined. And if I work it out, I should get 4.
Oh, so we can't just assume it's 4.
I mean, you could say that too. You don't have to show it. That's fine. You just say it's 4. That's fine.
Will it always be 4 for those that typically?
The constant, yes, always be the constant. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for number 2,
So it's 6.
well, if they ask that question, like at what height does the ball leave the person's hand? If the guy's 6 feet tall, yeah, probably it's 6 feet leaving his hands, right? So yeah. Depending on how tall the basketball player is. So there's a bunch of other questions. I have the answer keys already posted to Schoology. So now just a quick housekeeping items really fast. So I organized the folder a little bit better this time. So this is more organized. If you click on lecture notes, homework files, and solution keys, all the keys for all the homeworks are there. So if you're behind homework, you need to check your work over break. There you go. You got it all. It's all there, even for the previous units as well. If you want to rewatch videos, I put the playlist here. Just watch it. All the videos are there. If you want to get started for reviewing for the test, okay, that's empty. I gave you guys a handout. Did I give you guys a handout? Yeah. So you guys have, I'll put it in Schoology in case you misplace it. The test we have written, I have to look at one more time. I haven't worked it out actually. So I'll tell you guys more when we get back from break. But expect these problems, expect the word problem quadratic functions, expect solving equations, expect extraneous solutions, which we had on our quiz. Solving systems, we talked about that. Graphic algebraically. Inequality shading, we talked about that. So we've done all this already. And then going back to old stuff, solving rational equations with like fractions, literal equation, you get one letter in terms of all the other letters. So we'll review all this when we get back. Honestly, during break, you guys should just relax. seriously, just relax because when we get back, it's game on, just so you know. Because when we get back, I mean, it's gonna be a whirlwind, right? December 2nd, we have to get ready for a test. After a test, we got to get ready for finals. And then you got like 6, 7 other classes to prepare for, not just mine, right? So it's crazy. There's a lot going on. So definitely recharge the batteries because it's game on when we get back. But if you want to get a head start, you can. And here you go. And I'll make the answer key and put the solution probably, if not today, sometime over the weekend. I'll put other stuff up too if you want to, but we have plenty of time to review as well. If you feel like I just need a break, I'm good. I got paper right, whatever. Fine, that's okay too. Because I think you have plenty of time to prepare. We've done a lot of work already. So I think that's all I needed. Oh, the homework. If you want to see the homework answer key, it's right up in Schoology. If you have questions, call me over. I'll help you. But all the answers are here. It's all the graphing stuff, all the shading. It's all pretty typical. But if you have questions, just ask. I'll come over. And I think that's it. That's all I want to talk about. So rest of class, we have another 37 minutes. Feel free to use that to do whatever you want. Do homework. The word problems, I'm not assigning as a homework assignment, but I might when we get back from break, just so you guys practice that skill. Actually, I will sign it right now and make it due Wednesday. So I'll make it due when we get back from break. This here.
What is?
The word problems. I'm gonna make that our last homework assignment, the 30th, but it won't be due till Wednesday when we're back. So what was that? I didn't catch that.
I said put in the major.
A major, yes. Okay.
What is this? I've always seen it.
No, you don't have to do it now. You can do whatever you want. Study for your test. Study to be a Muslim. Go ahead. Go for it. Okay.